Okay. All right. Okay. So now I'm back. For those of y'all who are with me, um, when I did the initial review or the live reaction and review for the Clone Wars season 7, episode 11, you might have actually realized that there was no sound. I did not realize that. So I did all my reactions and didn't realize there was any sound. Okay, cool. I'm over that. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm not gonna be here long. I'm just gonna give my quick review and thoughts of the episode. Pretty much just a little quick, little tiny recap of what I can recall and remember, even though like I literally just watched it. But yeah, so I'm gonna start by saying, holy shit, this was awesome. Um, Gosh, like this was such like this. I say this about every episode from episode 9 to episode 10, and I'm gonna say this about episode 11. These are quality episodes. I mean, quality in animation, quality in the voice acting, quality and the action sequences, my God, quality in connecting the story from one point to another and just showing the other side of the coin of things that were going on during the episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Was outstanding. And I just feel like I'm going to be blown away next week when the series finale is going to be more outstanding than this episode. I said from day one, well, not from day one, I said from episode 9 that the only direction they could go after that ninth episode was up. And God, have they only gone up. They have only gone up. Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 11. Guys, it is worth it. Star Wars fans, it is worth it. It is such a great episode. It picks up from the ending of episode 10, which I'm going to assume that if you're a Star Wars fan, have Disney Plus, or if you value my reviews, you've already seen that episode. Picks up at the end where Ahsoka already has or still has the custody of Darth Maul after catching him at the end of the last episode. What happens next is Ahsoka is soon brought into a meeting, well, not brought into a meeting, but soon becomes a part of a meeting very briefly between the Jedi Council and pretty much denounces her, herself being a Jedi. This is all, that meeting is taking place pretty much, it's all running parallels. It's all running parallels. It's like that meeting happened directly before, I'm going to say directly before, although it may have been maybe a couple of hours, but it happened before Mace Windu's show face off with Emperor Palpatine. Why is that so important? Why is that so awesome? Why did that make me jump out of my seat? It is simply because there was a point in the episode where Ahsoka, and I know I seem like I'm all over the place right now, but this all excited me. Like there was so much to take in. There was a point where Ahsoka, her and Darth Maul, they started to like sense that something was going wrong within the Force, and you can hear the confrontation between Mace Windu, Emperor Palpatine, and Anakin Skywalker during that iconic moment where it's unlimited power. You hear those words, you hear that moment, and golly gee willikers, oh man, that is outstanding. It was an outstanding moment, and it really played once again into the side of Ahsoka knew what was happening, especially after the last episode with the revelation from Darth Maul that Anakin was being bred practically being bred by Palpatine to become the next, well, not Palpatine, but by his master, which we all know is Palpatine, was pretty much being bred to be the next big thing on the Sith page, bring balance to the Force, but in the worst way possible. I mean, it's just, it gets deep, y'all. It gets deep, and not like deep, but it gets deep enough to say, especially for the Ahsoka fans, it definitely gives you that. It gives you that story. And what I like the most about this episode is that it definitely dives. Order 66 is in motion, and Order 66 starts, and it gives us that story of what what was happening with Ahsoka at the time of Order 66. And again, may I say, holy shit, Ahsoka handled herself. And there's a hallway scene in this episode with Darth Maul that is very reminiscent of the hallway scene of Darth Vader in Rogue One. Who do I think did it better? I think Rogue One did it better. Although Darth Maul, that sucker was bad. He had no lightsaber, so that puts him up 1 point over Vader. Okay, if I'm going to compare, that puts him up 1 point over Vader because he had no lightsaber and everything he was doing was through the Force. However, it is very clear that the writers for this episode, the director for this episode, the storyboard artists, the stunt choreographers, whatever, they watched Rogue One and said, we're going to do that. We're going to give that moment to Darth Maul. And they gave it to him. And it was beautiful. It was wonderful. I thought it was just mind-blowing. I thought it was insane. I thought it was great. Like this episode here, and then it ends, I'm not going to say it ends on a cliffhanger, but it ends with Ahsoka and Rex, who I'm going to double back on Rex in a second, but it ends with Ahsoka and Rex pretty much being they're caught in the room together, and the other clone troopers are on the outside, and they're starting to break in that room. It's a small room. It's like me standing against this brick wall. There's nothing else behind this brick wall. It's just a brick wall and like a garbage can, and I think like a raccoon whose name is Freddy, who's been there for 6 weeks. I don't know why he's been there for 6 weeks, but he's been there for 6 weeks. And then there's the traffic. That's just made up lore for brick wall. Okay, so my jokes aside, yeah, no, it's they're there. It's the moment. Like if they have to make it out of that room, from every clone trooper that accompanied them on that mission, they have to make it out of that room. Just the two of them and a couple of droids. So getting back to Rex, when Rex was affected by Order 66, it was heartbreaking. It was crazy because he was the first one to fire the shots. And mind you, if you guys watched season 6 of Clone Wars was on Netflix, you will know that Rex kind of had an idea that something was wrong. And they do dive in there. They do directly reference that. They play the clip from it when Rex kind of made the video like, hey, this might fall on deaf ears, but something's not right. That's practically, I'm paraphrasing, y'all. I'm paraphrasing. Star Wars fans, don't kill me. He was like, something's not right. Something's not, I don't know who's going to hear this, but something's not right. Something's crazy is going on. And that's how Ahsoka pretty much figured out, because she got a hold of that transmission. That's when Ahsoka pretty much figured out, hey, this is crazy. Like, I have to help my friend Rex. So she helped him. She found the chip in his head. Again, this isn't really spoilers because, again, if you've watched the Clone Wars TV series, whether it's been season 6 or all 6 seasons, or if you've watched any of the Star Wars movies, read the expansive lore, if you're one of those diehard Star Wars fans, this is all old news to you. It's just amazing to see it play out on television. But for me, this was amazing for me to see play out. I mean, gosh, this episode it's the beginning of Order 66. Not the beginning, but it's Order 66. And now we are in, this was the second to last episode. The last episode will air on Monday, May the 4th, which is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And that's going to be a series finale of Star Wars Clone Wars. And I got to say, all they have to do now is stick the landing. And I have absolute confidence that they're going to stick the landing in ways that I have not even begun to even think about. The creator of Clone Wars, Dave Filoni, has said that this, and excuse me if I'm saying his name wrong too, but he said that the last episode of Clone Wars is definitely going to change your perspective on Order 66 and as well as episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I, for one, am looking forward to that. I desperately want to go back and watch episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, just to kind of tie things in. But I'm going to wait until the last episode airs so I get that one side of it and then kind of just watch everything else and see if I can pull parallels, knowing that episode 3 was pretty much made before, well, obviously it was made way before the Clone Wars TV series, but just seeing how good of a job they've done at tying things in. I think this episode was great. Again, there's nowhere they can go but up, and since they only have one episode left, there's nothing they can do but stick the landing. Um, gosh, I mean, I wish my sound was working so you could see some of my reactions, like real time reactions to a lot of things that were happening. But I mean, that's just trial and error. So Monday, I'm going to attempt to do the same thing I attempted to do tonight on Monday by giving my live reaction. I'm going to make sure my sound is working. I already have a trick to make sure I can do that the right way. Because if you notice, and if you tuned in to the live reaction, you will notice that now I have something that I didn't have in the live reaction, which is my microphone, my trusty microphone, provided by one of our fans. I thank you. Yes, GeoBricks. This episode was insane, and I say that about every episode. I say that about every episode, but I mean, this one surpasses it. They are surpassing themselves. They're putting themselves in a very good position. Now all they have to do is stick the landing. I think they are going to stick it perfectly. Again, I will be the plan is currently to do my live reaction, and what better way to do a live reaction anyway than on the finale episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars? What better episode to do it on than the finale, the series finale? What better way to do a live reaction and then review afterwards than on the last one? So hey, maybe I just lucked out. So my episode 12 is what is my episode 12 prediction? Well, seeing that I saw absolutely, I didn't think that this episode was going to go in Order 66 the way it did. So this already subverted my expectations. My prediction for episode 12, obviously Ahsoka's going to get out, but I don't know. It's tough for me to say. I think what I would like to happen, let me just put it like that. What I would like to happen in episode 12 is for Ahsoka to be kind of like, and I know it's impossible because of the timeline, but to kind of have that one moment where she almost is staring Anakin in the face. That's the one thing I want from episode 12. In terms of what I can predict will happen, I think that we're going to get a story of Ahsoka and Rex and how they ended up to be in the place that they were during Star Wars Rebels. How that happens, I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, I'm at a loss. I don't really know. Yeah, I really have no prediction. I mean, and this series so far, these episodes so far are doing such a great job of showing just if Ahsoka just would have taken 2 seconds to talk to Anakin. If George Lucas would have thought of Ahsoka Tano during the original Star Wars prequel trilogy, Anakin just might have made it away from the dark side. It would have been a tougher turn to the dark side than what it was already, or what it was in episode 3. Because of the Mandalorian tie-in, yes. GeoBrick says people are saying the ending will have a post-credit where Ahsoka is with Baby Yoda. I support that first and foremost. I fully support that just because of the rumors and because it hasn't been confirmed yet. Because of the rumors, thank you. I really appreciate that. Appreciate your subscription, sir. I lost my train of thought. Oh, because I think that the Mandalorian, because it hasn't really been confirmed yet, but gosh, the Mandalorian having Ahsoka Tano and it has been heavily discussed, has been heavily rumored. So if the post-credit scene is with Ahsoka and Baby Yoda, I will literally, because I have my free 1-year subscription to Disney Plus. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna pay out of my pocket, and I ain't got that much. I'm gonna try to pay for it because I have to see that. I have to see a live action, not just live action Ahsoka, but I have to see how that is going to play out with Ahsoka being with Baby Yoda. And if that is, that would be something. That you just made me excited, way more excited for episode 12 than I was initially. Let's see. I don't see any more questions. I don't see anything else. I can't think of anything else to say about this episode that I haven't said about the previous episodes, and that I probably won't say about the next episodes, or the next episode. Um, that's it. That's all I have, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Dave, part of Brick Wall Reviews. You can catch us. It'd be amazing. Ahsoka in the live action film will be awesome. It is. I think it is about high tide. Star Wars takes advantage of the expanded universe, and that's something I'm willing to talk about at another time. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call this one a. I'm gonna. I don't rate these episodes. I've never rated these episodes, but I'm very yeah, I'm very hyped. I'm very hyped and I'm very psyched about this. So Monday, I'm gonna attempt to come back here and do my live reaction, real-time reaction to the episode, and then segue right into a review. Until then, you can catch us. You catch us live every other Tuesday. Our next review will be on May the 12th. May 12th, we're doing our next review. We do take film suggestions or television suggestions. So if you have any, drop them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter at BrickWall_live. Interact with us. Holler at us with some film suggestions. I have a co-host who isn't in Star Wars, but she's usually with me. Check out the videos here on YouTube. And may the force be with you all. You guys continue to stay safe and stay awesome. Peace.